Every time our family would return home from a vacation, my mom would exclaim, home again, jiggity jig, without fail, every time we pulled into the driveway. Home again, jiggity jig. In his book, Sacraments of Life, Life of Sacraments, Leonardo Boff writes, "We obviously do not travel just to arrive. But on a journey, the arrival is the best part. Arriving home is like anchoring safely and securely in port after having gone through all sorts of potential perils. Yet there are so many who travel and never arrive." For our Kairos reflections this year, we have centered on the theme of home. I am standing at the home that Second Presbyterian Church, in partnership with St. John's Episcopal, is building through Habitat for Humanity. This will be a home for the Musa family. And I believe Boff is right. There is something safe about returning and arriving home that eases the tensions of travel. Boff says, home is the portion of the world that has become familiar and sacramental. There, each thing has a place, it has its own meaning, has its own way of relating to the other and even to you. Nothing is foreign. Everything is perfectly familiar. A home is a sacrament because it points to a truth that lies beyond it, that lies behind it. A sacrament emerges when such things begin to tell stories and we begin to listen. Now, I know not everyone has the same affinity for a childhood home or a place of belonging. Some thoughts of home bring up stories we'd rather not hear. Stories of not being safe, not being loved, not being warm and welcome. A home may tell stories we do not want to listen to. However, I believe there is a home for everyone, a place of belonging for each person, a place of love, a place of warmth for each child. And as you finally arrive home, you can let out a deep breath as you find yourself surrounded by what is familiar and safe and warm. You can exhale after your weary travels. You could even let out a jiggity jig. This is a new home, and moving into a new home has a different feel, a different arrival. A new home is one that begs to become familiar, one that provides a blank canvas to paint a picture of love and peace between the walls and rafters in your own way. A new home is one that hopes to be found as we seek to understand this place and space as it relates to ourselves, as we relate to it and it to the world. The ceilings may be higher than our previous house. Does that change the feel of family movie night? The bedrooms may not be right beside one another. Now it becomes a longer journey for the child who has a nightmare. The second stair doesn't creak. Am I really going to miss that sound? A new home means we have said goodbye to some other place. We might have grieved what was and what was left behind. Those things that couldn't make the trip, those memories that remain hidden in the blades of grass or in the corners of the room. I asked the Musa family how they are feeling about moving into a new home. And Aisha said, it is a new chapter in our life. We have had struggles, not enough room for everyone in the places that we've lived before, and now it is like a dream. I asked her, what are the kids going to do on their first night when they move in? Well, they have all picked out the colors of their room. They've picked out the furniture, the paint colors, everything. So we're going to live in our dream. The day the house is dedicated is going to be move-in day. Aisha said she may sleep in every corner of the house, in every room, even the kitchen. They told me that their middle son is just so excited. They share in that excitement, and he cannot wait. He asked, like, are we going to have a dining table? There's enough room for a dining table? I can't wait. A new home is nothing but new possibilities. Possibilities to encounter something beyond the reality of which we know, to encounter something sacramental. You see, we get to encounter grace. In the sacraments of life, we encounter grace. As we move closer to Easter, we too have a new home. We have home where we find ourselves in the safety and familiarity of the triune God. A new home where what was no longer is. A new home that it tells a story of love so great, salvation so wide, grace so freely given, that we cannot help but listen. We cannot help but listen to tell the stories and be transformed. On Easter morning, a new home was given from the tomb. Through Christ's life, death, and resurrection, there is an eternal home of many rooms, a place of belonging for each one of us. Perhaps then, as we arrive at our new home in Christ, may we take a deep breath as the tensions and potential perils of travel fall away. For there we are embraced by love and hear something call to us. It says, "Welcome home."